Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope y'all grinding well in Warframe. A few things I want to cover real quick. I was working on a Kuva rant video, among other things, for the past couple of days, but unfortunately that became kinda relevant after the latest hotfixes. Basically, they got scrapped. This is why I'm kinda shying away from doing day one videos after a major update, especially. It kinda sounds like another excuse for being lazy. It kinda is. But it also helps to prevent more misinformation than I am already guilty of committing. I haven't been at my best both physically and mentally as well, so we're gonna have to roll with some weapon review videos before getting to the good stuff. I got ideas, don't worry. We will be launching that big meatball too in a few days, so stay tuned. The Kuva Ogris. To wield such a big, long, and hard weapon requires the user to answer one very simple question. Do you want to explode? And no, that's not a funny reference to No Nut November. I'm pretty sure y'all want to explode anyway, but stay strong, my fellow Tenno. Hold it in until Space Mom comes back. Why do I keep saying weird stuff like this? The Kuva Ogris is one of the very few Grineer weapons that look decent enough that I don't have a problem being seen in public holding it. I quite like the energy glow towards the barrel's end, and for how big it is, I'm glad it doesn't vibrate. Compared to the regular version, this big boy Kuva Ogris is now a semi-fire instead of charged fire, which is a massive quality of life improvement. The Kuva version also has 2 less rockets per magazine, but this is sort of made up for with much higher status, 47% compared to 35%, and over 4 times the total base damage, with a sprinkle of impact and puncture, which kinda seems silly. Not to mention the innate radiation bonus I got from Melich, so on paper it looks like a chunky upgrade. Unfortunately, I do not have any testing data for the regular Ogris. I sold it a long time ago and really don't feel like building it up again just for the sake of comparisons. There are these other weapons though that I've tested against a level 20 Nox with no mods. I know this sort of testing isn't exactly 100% fair or conclusive, so it will be revamped in the near future to include enemies of other factions. I just hope you guys can appreciate the pretty little animated chart I made here, which took me about 8 hours to build from scratch. Leave like, please. Heart emoji. Moving on, you might be wondering, what is this giant Grineer carrot-like rocket launcher good for in actual use case scenarios then? Well, maximum damage builds will only make your carrot be good enough for bombards up to level 70, 80-ish. If you're a Chroma at 761% Fury, you can take down level 60 Demolists, but even then it does take a few shots. So that ain't exactly hot, especially when considering how a lot of melee weapons now are shredding level 100 meatbags. So then I thought, what if I use this purely for status? Because you see, this is one of the few weapons out there where you can easily get 4 different elementals in one go. Combine that with the 100% status, then you have some serious juice for condition overload. I mean, no wonder people are replacing pressure point with this thing. As you can see here, my hate scythe with just 52% status is able to destroy level 150 corrupted bombards with the little help from Volt and the Ogris, of course, to help build up status faster than a college party full of HIV infested thought flavored wheat sticks. I don't know, I've never been to college parties. I know, what a loser. Honestly, players need to approach weapons differently after a certain point in their Warframe career. It doesn't always have to be about max DPS. This Kuva Ogris, just as it is with the semi-fire and massive blast damage, is hella lots of fun, especially if you're a Chroma. You could go with frames like Sarin or Volt to really lock down enemies and destroy them with status, along with a really well set up melee shtick. Or you could go with Gauss. Honestly, you guys are miles better than me when it comes to Warframe and weapon synergies, so please do leave your thoughts down below in the comments. I do read every single one. Should you get a Riven then? Nope. Although the disposition is decent and prices are cheap, it's kinda pointless. I see the Kuva Ogris as something more of a utility than a primary weapon. It's also a fun toy. The best thing you're gonna ever roll is more base damage, elementals, and maybe magazine size, cause crits and status are not needed on a Riven for this thing. You're better off trying to find ways to bolster your favorite melee these days. You know guys, it's really nice how I get up every day these days and see the community slowly building up towards something quite significant. I always appreciate you guys for being here with me on this journey. Also be sure to follow me on the socials. Don't send nudes because remember it's November. And if you want to join the Discord gang, there will be a link to my Patreon page where you can find out how, if that helps. That's all for now. See you guys in the next video.